And as we go to my first pick of this draft, since we are like going back to back and there's no like, oh, you picked the quarterback, now you can't pick one again. I have to take Jaden Daniels here at one of these two picks because of the turn. Because to me, Daniels is the only one who has a legitimate shot to beat out Caleb Williams. If Daniels starts right away, which maybe he won't, I don't know if he's going to, but I think that he will start relatively soon at some point in Washington. And because of that, the rushing ability and what he could be in a Cliff Kingsbury offense, that combination is what could allow him to get into the same stratosphere as what Caleb Williams is going to be able to do in Chicago. So I feel like I had to go with Jaden Daniels here as one of these picks here at the turn.
I don't hate it. He wouldn't have been my number 2 overall pick, but I think it makes a lot of sense. So, I mean, listen, you mentioned Cliff Kingsbury. Kyler Murray won Offensive Rookie of the Year under Cliff Kingsbury as well. So, clearly knows what to do with a dual threat quarterback, and I think he's the best rushing quarterback we've seen come out of college since probably Lamar Jackson 6 years ago. So, I think he's going to have big numbers on the air, on the ground. I think Jaden Daniels is probably one of my next picks. Would not have been my number 2 overall pick, and I'm wondering if you're going to take him here in the turn. But he's definitely one of my top picks for Offensive Rookie of the Year, obviously.
Yeah. This is tough because I think there are 3 players that were in play when I kind of like came onto the clock, and I felt like Daniels just had to be one of them because it is so much easier for a quarterback to win this award if they have any sort of statistics going their way whatsoever. So because of everything Daniels brings to the table as a runner as well as a passer, you mentioned how much people talk about somebody. If Daniels breaks off 2 40-plus yard runs for touchdown at any point this year, it's all people are going to talk about.
Yep.
Like when you see the Jaden Daniels, like that's all they're going to show, and they're going to be like, look at what he is on the ground. Like even if he barely runs the football outside of those, just those 2 plays could stand out. So the potential alone, I got to go with Daniels. Got to go with that connection with Cliff Kingsbury. For my second pick here, God, I'm gonna go with Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm gonna go with Harrison Jr. here. I'm gonna go back-to-back offensive players.
Okay.
This one was really tough for me, but Harrison has been unbelievably productive over the last 2 years at Ohio State as their number 1 wide receiver. Kyler Murray is gonna come back with a vengeance this year, full off season, fully healthy. Harrison Jr. is without question the top passing weapon that they have on this team, and just skill, production in college, situation for the NFL level. I got to go with Harrison Jr. here as this number 3 overall pick, number 2 pick for me. So it's back-to-back offense, but to me, he's just in a perfect situation to put up a crap ton of numbers. And like you said, like he's already got the famous name.
Yeah.
We're already talking about it a ton. So I think that's going in his favor as well.